I don't know what to say, Earthspark. On one hand, I'd say you're dead too soon. On the other, I'd say you died back in Season 1. But in either case, I am glad to have another go at Megatron. From Transformers Earthspark, this is the Warrior Class Megatron. We've already had a Deluxe Megatron, and he was good. He wasn't as good as Bumblebee or Twitch in the Deluxe line, but of the new molds, he was certainly still fun. I liked him. But the Warriors have always been simpler, and yet, every so often, a Warrior version of a figure can be better than the Deluxe. It happened with Optimus Prime, and in all honesty, just looking at it, it might be happening with Megatron. I like how the figure looks just in the box, which, you can go like, blah, 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 if you want. And then here on the back, you can just see, there he is, 15 steps, vehicle mode. I will tell you, someone told me that apparently this guy has really weak ankles, so we're going to watch out for that, but let's go ahead and cut him out. Getting Earthspark Megatron out of the box, what I want to say is, I like Earthspark Megatron. He's a very different Megatron. He's as close to IDW Lost Light Megatron as we will probably ever get in animation. I thought he was fun. Not my favorite Megatron ever, but a good one, and I liked him. That said, I'm going to then just immediately pivot into saying this toy has ups and downs. Is he better than the Deluxe? I don't know. I think that he has different problems than the Deluxe, but we will talk about it. Here's something I will say right now. This is Deluxe Megatron. This is Warrior Megatron. I think Warrior Megatron has a better silhouette. I think he's more imposing looking. And I think it's hit or miss. I think this one has better sculpted detail, but I like the color scheme here more. The red in the thighs, I think, help break things up. I like that there's more red in the torso. I like the spikes near the shoulders. He's weirdly more accurate to the show. I still like this Megatron a lot, but I can absolutely see the argument that just on sheer form, outline, silhouette, this is the stronger Megs. The big thing, I hate the kibble here. I hate how you have this weird flab in between the arm and the fusion cannon. Whereas here, that flab doesn't exist. So I think even that is better. On the other hand, though, there's the matter of articulation. So just looking at my boy here, he has nothing in the head. He has a ball joint here in the shoulder. He has a ball joint in the elbow. It feels like there should be an uppercut, but there's not. The fusion cannon, you can, of course, take off and put in. You can have him hold it like that if you want, but come on. Have it in the arm. Then these do get out of the way. They're on ball joints. You have a ball joint in the hip. And you have a good deep knee. It's in a little bit of an awkward spot, but it does work. Here in the feet, I saw someone say that this is a breakage point, and I see how. It looks like he should have a swivel. He doesn't. There's no hinge down here. He has a ball joint in the foot. It does not go side to side. It looks like it should. It doesn't. That is just a plastic stock. So be very aware of that. Alongside that, his kibble does get unseated a lot. It will come out of his chest frequently. Now, in comparison, this Megatron has far better articulation. I mean, he is a proper modern deluxe in terms of what you can do with him. But I would still say that I'm going to put these guys on a shelf. And between the two of them, if I think which one do I want to depict Megatron, I'm leaning towards that guy more and more. Also, here he is with One Step Changer Megatron. I don't know why I felt like you need this comparison, but, here it is. Now, Megatron does have a gimmick, kinda. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take this hinge here, and then boop, a sword comes out of his fusion cannon. It doesn't go all the way. You're gonna have to snap it in place. And that's cool, It kind of reminds me of Prime Megatron, having the sword right underneath the fusion cannon. I don't know if I'm gonna have him on display like this, but it's a nice option. I'm glad to have it, at least. There's the vehicle mode. It is, it is rough. It doesn't hold together very well. It doesn't look like anything. Well, no, it does look like something. It looks like Megatron fell down awkwardly. You can put the fusion cannon up here if you want, but one, that's going to undo the legs, so have fun getting that back together. And also, where does it actually peg in? I'm looking at the thing. It's supposed to go in between his feet. So maybe like that. Don't get this toy for the transformation or the vehicle mode. You're just going to be disappointed. Okay,
I think I know another reason why these things break so easily. I was transforming, and these things are way too tight. It's because there's a support strut right there. You see that little rectangular piece? Well, because of that, the plastic has to flex, and it doesn't want to go. That's why these feet are snapping. Oh, God. Yeah, no. This guy is starting to become more and more of a problem the more I think about him. When I first got this guy out of the box, I was ready to call him the better Earthspark Megatron. The robot mode, I think, is better. It's not as articulated, but it's more proportionate, and I like how it does the kibble more. The transformation's bad. Vehicle mode's pretty iffy, too. This is annoying. Every time you lean him forward, that's going to happen. And finally, those ankles will snap with continuous play, and there's not going to be any way to avoid it. You're effectively buying a $15 transformer that has to stay in robot mode, and you can't even use the limited posability it has to its fullest potential. I don't know if I recommend this guy. And that sucks because there's been very few Earthspark toys I couldn't recommend for what they were trying to do. But especially Warrior Class. Warrior Class has a great Bumblebee, a great Twitch, a great Alita 1, a great Jawbreaker, a great Thrash. Warrior Class in Earthspark is a really slept on line because you have a ton of great toys in it. This just isn't one of them.